sponsored by Facet Wealth. I'm Peter King in Orlando. Police say the overnight attack on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband was anything but random. Here's correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Sources tell CBS News the suspect tried to tie Paul Pelosi up and aimed to wait, quote, until Nancy got home. When police arrived, they witnessed the 42-year-old suspect using a hammer to beat the 82-year-old investor. That suspect, David DePepe, is said to have told police he was waiting for the speaker. One source describes DePepe's social media accounts, which have since been taken down, as being littered with angry posts about Democratic politicians.
CBS's Scott McFarland says it's part of a trend.
A dramatic rise in investigations of threats against members of Congress. Nearly 10,000 of them in the past year, according to records obtained by CBS News. That's a dramatic increase from just a few years ago. The violent political rhetoric that exists on so many different platforms is potentially driving this.
Rock and roll legend Jerry Lee Lewis has died. He'd been in failing health for some time, but his musical legacy has always stayed strong. Here's Harley Carnes.
Jerry Lee Lewis learned to play the piano at the age of 8. By the time he was 14, according to his family, he was as good as he was ever going to get. He described his musical talent as a gift from God. Other people, they practice and practice, he said. These fingers of mine, they got brains in them. You don't tell them what to do, they do it.
Jerry Lee Lewis was 87. But now that he's taken ownership of Twitter, Elon Musk says he'll form a content moderation council to assess future policy on posting and reinstating banned accounts. Musk has already made his mark, firing several of the company's top executives. CBS's Naomi Ruckham.
Analysts say it's not entirely surprising that Elon Musk would clean house. But this normally takes months or years, not right away, not day one. This is yet another signal that Musk believed the company was poorly run and wanted to change fast.
The Democrats are bringing out the heavy hitters tonight for a key and close U.S. Senate race. CBS's Natalie Brand.
With control of Congress at stake, President Biden and Vice President Harris travel to Pennsylvania tonight for a fundraiser for that battleground state's Democratic candidate. That includes Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman, who is in a tight Senate race with Dr. Mehmet Oz. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, in a hot mic moment, expressed optimism about the Pennsylvania race, but concerns for Georgia's Senate race.
On Wall Street, the Dow closed up 828 points. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.